Good morning or afternoon, based on where you are in the world. I want you to meet Google's AI tool, Baird. What you see here is the prompt screen of what kind of questions that you can ask Baird for the most impact. Baird is based on AI technology, which utilizes natural language processing capabilities, which make this tool a little bit on the controversial side, but do some of the heavy lifting in order for you to utilize this tool with your business. An awesome way to utilize Baird is to create metadata or some kind of website language tagging, or really even to proofread or restructure things. You can ask Baird all kinds of different things. Here you see, help me understand if lightning can strike twice in the same place. It's a pretty basic kind of question. But you can actually employ this tool to utilize it for things like writing copy content or writing some kind of social media post and utilizing some kind of click language or hashtags or things like that. This is a really great opportunity to get help with that as an entrepreneur and work on your business. So I always struggle with writing captions or contents with social media and trying to make sure I have something that's worthy to post. Here you see me plugging in, how would you describe a female tattoo artist that, I don't know, has a ton of experience? Something. I'm really more or less just trying to, assess like the capability of this tool, but also to just kind of display a point here. You can struggle through all of your social media captions, but by using this tool, you can create something that actually looks great. Look at the response here. This response, it comes up with three specific, really coordinated responses that look thoughtful and that would help just kind of creating that type of content and describing that person a little bit more in detail. A lot of the things that we kind of struggle with as artists or just entrepreneurs in general is finding the right wording or the right verbiage for stuff. And while we may have a really great idea, it's just kind of like a little lackluster. So this tool, I think, is kind of the bridge gap for an entrepreneur to be able to speak with their audience, but also to kind of create the types of content that we need to be successful in social media and still have a visible view. So who doesn't love just staring at social media for hours and hours and then writing all these really nice captions and then going, hey, my caption kind of sucks. Let's take a look at the rephrasing that the Baird tool actually uses when I drop it in here. So what I'm writing in right now is telling Google Baird, hey, can you shorten this description for me and make this into more succinct language? The description that I had written was written by a social media marketer, and it was, it's really great. It's really flowery. It's got a lot of different things. So sometimes I use the language meta tag, metadata, or something of that. A meta tag is something that you use as just a base description on your website that comes up as the first sentence. That is usually where your Google keywords will kind of pick up and you'll wind up with website traffic and all of those types of things. So since I put all of this information in there and populated it, I wanted to see what the tool would come back with. And I was pretty surprised at how quickly and thoughtfully it shortened all this and condensed it into something that was a really short caption. The revision on it came back with these specific bullet points and made a really nice couple of little statements. I used this information on my website most recently, and I've been very happy with it. As you can see, it gave a short explanation of what a meta tag was, and it also gave me a couple bullet points to put into either my next post onto my website. But as you can see, taking information that you've already written and rephrasing it is a very handy skill. It's almost like Baird's another type of editor in your back pocket on demand. So this one is kind of the last one that I decided to play with, and I've been kicking around with an idea of creating some kind of monthly membership tier for, I don't know, service-based business. And I was really just curious to see if it would even do this, and I was so surprised but elated with what it came back. And here you see me writing, can you write a series of terms for a business mentorship program with a monthly fee? And I wasn't really sure what else to ask, but I was just kind of curious in looking at this, and I stuck a price point in there, and let's take a look at what it generated. The results that Baird spit out after this really truly blew me away, because I felt like this was a really good opportunity to paraphrase some of this and put it into maybe a type of contract, or an agreement, a payment agreement, or something. But just as what you can see here is looking at this, writing down what you want, and Google Baird just kind of taking it upon itself to expand and give it more life. Here you see terms of fee, here you see refunds, cancellation, program policies, and what you get for that service. So the benefits, the program overview, etc. So just the simple question of asking, how would I structure an agreement for a business mentorship program? This is what Baird was able to come up with. So something that's very important to keep in mind with Baird is using this tool is just kind of the launch point or the jumping point initially to get started with it. So that being said, there's a whole lot of tools, there's a whole lot of different things that are out there, but Baird is kind of a game changer, is it'll take a lot of the heavy lifting off, so you don't have to sit there and think through the initial points of a general piece of writing. What's great about it is you can go back and you can actually add to those pieces of writing. I have a background in compliance, and sometimes we struggle to have like really specific steps or just action points and information about tools and equipment. And, if a health department inspector was coming in and they were really interested in seeing something, this is the type of information that they might want in some type of handbook or manual, or if I was using it for training. But even in a compliance standpoint, you can use this tool for asking for specific steps about cleaning a tattoo machine. I thought this was really great because, as a lot of other tattoo artists who come encounter with younger artists, having something like this and being able to, grab this piece of information and have it written down in, somewhat of a thoughtful way is just like a blanket series of statements of here's how you do this. I can see so many benefits with this. I can see so much functionality, and really the questions are just kind of like flowing into my head because you can create so much with this amazing tool. Google really has done a great job of creating a AI tool that's thoughtful, that's impressionable, and actually engages with you. One of the really cool things about natural processing language is that it is intuitive to a point where it actually learns by your engagement with the tool. So the more that you work with that specific tool, the more that it learns and adapts to what your specific requirements are, your needs, etc. This is an experiment, so it is one of those trial tools that Google is offering and just kind of in their test. But as you can see here, it keeps all of the responses, and you can go back through it and you can scroll and you can copy and you can take things and kind of parse and move them around. So if you're struggling for content or you're struggling just to have like some additional support in your business as an entrepreneur, I can't suggest Baird tool, AI tool any more than really anything. GPT is really great, but I'm way more impressed with this tool and have seen a lot of really great things coming out of Google, and this is something I'm super excited for. So thanks for watching.